World champion PV Sindhu admits that while the prevailing lockdown isn't conducive for elite athletes, sportspersons and especially her fellow badminton players have had to adapt to the situation and keep up a basic fitness regime or face getting out when the season resumes. The 2016 Olympic silver medalist believes that women's game has improved in leaps and bounds since the Rio Olympics, with very little separating the top 8 players in the world. PV Sindhu was speaking to WION's sports editor, Sindhu. Take a look.
Wion Broadband Edition, presented by Vedanta, India. Get free live online courses.
Sindhu, nice to see you. Cheerful and always with that smile as I remember you all the time. How's it been? How's this period been for you?
Well, it's been fine actually, because it's completely different where, I get some more time to spend with my parents. Generally, we don't get, because it's more of like, we travel a lot and then come back and practice and then come back, rest. So not much time we spend with our parents, but I think this is the time I am spending and learn a lot more new things, a lot more like something different apart from sport. So it's nice. I mean, I'm taking it very positively because yes, I understand the perspective that what's going on around the world. It's hard times for everyone, but it's also very important to stay positive and learn new things and also exercise at home.
Badminton players, they raise it a notch when there's a big tournament around the corner. Especially, I've seen you the way you prepare for the World Championships or the Olympics. How do you deal with this period of uncertainty where all your big tournaments are scrapped and you don't know when you will return to the court? We don't know when you can even travel abroad, or for that matter, even travel in India. So how do you deal with this period of uncertainty?
Yeah, I think everybody was working hard because there were only a couple of months for, Olympics, and then suddenly we came to know and we were like, okay, fine. We worked hard. It feels bad, but then, in this situation, that is the right thing what the government did, and at the same time, it is a learning process. You need to keep working hard every day. I understand that people might think okay, there's one more year to go. We need to work for one more year. We need to work hard for one more year, rather that people used to think it was only few months away. Like what happened. But for me, it's fine. It is meant to happen and it has happened. We can't change anything about that. And also, yes, we need to keep working hard. At the same time, we don't know when will the tournament start, when will we travel. So we need to understand the situation. Accordingly, we also need to do what we can do, like, do some kind of physical fitness. Not that, since the tournaments are cancelled or, we don't know when the tournaments will again start. And it's not that we have to stay at home and just rest, but also I think we need some physical fitness, because our types of body, like people who play badminton like continuously every day, it might be a bit tough for them again to come back immediately.
Right through last year, we saw a bit of gap opening up in the women's singles field. There was Taizu, who had been on this amazing run last couple of years. And then there was sort of the rest of the other players, be it Yamaguchi, Okuhara, Sindhu, Mari, all of you all, Ratchanok, Internon, all of you. Do you think now, when you look back at your career, that this is perhaps one of the tightest fields ever, because anybody can win on their given day? You put these 8 players and you put them through 10 tournaments, you'll probably get very different results.
I think even before 2016 as well, there were a couple of players, even though they were Chinese players like Li Zuri, Ban Shikshan, Wang Yihan, Bei, and like me and Saina. There were a lot of players, Sang Jiung. So I think then also the competition was really high, and after Rio, I think it has completely changed. I understand that few of the Chinese players have stopped, but I think even now there are a couple of Chinese players, there are Korean players, there are Japanese players, and there's Taizu, obviously. So like now, if you see, like as you said, like top 1 to 10 players are of same standings, and anyone can win any moment. And I think it's good that like women's, I think the sport have been really improving, and also it's not the same type of game when you see a couple of years back. Like now the game has become much more faster, and it's been very skillful, where when you see Taizu, she's very skillful player. When you see Marin, she's a fast attacking player. So everybody has a different style of play, and I think it's good for the sport. And that competition in women is so high that anyone can win like any moment. And it is really good that this type of competition should be there and will always be there, I'm sure.
WION Broadband Edition, presented by Vedanta, India. Get free live online courses.